Hi, and welcome to the Growing as a Family podcast. My name is Joel.
And I'm Clarice.
And today, believe it or not, we're talking about finding balance in a busy summer. You could probably check the videos, but it has been 3 weeks plus since we've uploaded our last
Has it really?
episode. It has. It
Yeah.
has. And we're going to talk about the busyness of summer and how to find balance with finding time for the important things. The important things meaning our relationship as married people, as married folks, and how do we prioritize each other, as well as the kids, activities,
The kids.
and just this is just our take on it. So it might be different for every person, but this is what works for us. So, without further ado,
That was quite the introduction.
Thank you.
We're just having a chit chat.
Mm-hmm. How was your summer been so far?
It's been really good. I wouldn't say that we're people that fill up our summer a ton. I mean, we're not super busybody as it is. So,
yeah,
like, we both crave, like, to be home and to be with each other. So it's not like we accidentally neglect all of that because there's so many activities in the summer.
right.
But that being said, like, for us, it even feels like
Oh yeah, I feel
busy.
like we're so busy. Like in the wintertime, you just kind of get this relax, and we're still busy. But then the summer hits, and I feel like there's so much to get done. There's like yard work, and we can finally get outside and work on the house, and we can like play outside and go to parks. Like there's just so many things I feel like pile up.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that's good busy, though. There's definitely a difference between, like, good busy and, like, just you don't need it busy,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, going to parks is productive and fun, but
It is.
doing too many activities, like signing up for too many things, and, you know, you're over here and I'm over there, that's, like, where it gets to be a little strenuous, but there's a lot of good busy, too, so.
Yeah. There's a lot we do, though. I feel like you're 100% right. We like to spend time with each other. We prioritize that. What I feel like we do. But I feel like we also are involved in so much. Like, as of right now, our only, like, free nights are, like, Thursday night and Friday night. Other than, like, maybe the weekends sometimes, but...
Yeah. But it's also very scheduled. It's not just, like,
yeah,
bam, 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 like, different things pop up. We're not, like, super... I don't know. We don't do a lot that's spontaneous.
Sure.
So.
That's
but,
right.
I mean, you are pretty spontaneous, but we don't do a lot of spontaneous stuff. But, yeah, we've had, like, family over and going to family's house and different vacations.
Weddings.
Yeah. Work. He's had a little bit of, like, overtime. Bible studies.
House projects.
Frisbee.
Frisbee's
Joel
a big
plays
one.
frisbee. That's
I do.
That's a big one. Probably the biggest one.
It is 2 nights a week, so it's it's a big commitment, but
yeah. But yeah, it can be fun.
it can be. Yeah. It is fun. I think there's a fine balance between like feeling stressed and like having fun. Because I feel like if during the week if we turn and look at each other and we're like, "Oh my, we need to slow down and have a day." Like I think this last week we did that and we're like, "Okay, we're going to set aside a weekend."
It was Thursday. We went blueberry picking. And what else did we do? Go to the park or something?
Yep. We sat and read for a while. It was like a date day. We just needed some time together, which was much needed.
Yeah. I need those. Probably more. But you like
I still like them. I need them too, I think. I feel like if I didn't have them, I'd go crazy. It's like the reconnect time with you that I enjoy.
It's important to have that time with your spouse.
And it's like intentional. We're both going to like do something, and we took Maylee along, but that's still a date in our minds.
Yeah.
She's family. She's allowed to come.
She doesn't do much anyway.
No.
But yeah. So why? Why is it important to find balance?
That's a great question. I think the why for me is because if you don't prioritize the important things, then you're going to run out of time to schedule them and you won't end up doing them at all. So take, for instance, reading your Bible. We sometimes are really good at it, but definitely for me, if I'm being honest, have been lacking a little bit in it. The summer's been taking a lot of my time. I've been up early for work, and after work we have activities. And so for me, if I need, if I want to read my Bible, I got to prioritize it. I got to read it early in the morning, or I got to make a point to do it right after work, because otherwise we're caught up in stuff. And so I think the why is we need to do that stuff because it is vital for us as people and individuals to learn about God and to stay in His Word and to keep growing. But also relationally with Clarice, my wife, I need to pour into her and put time into her so that we can grow our marriage. And not only as individuals, but also, we're a young married couple, but we still need to learn and grow, and I need to spend time with you to do that. So I think that's the main why.
Yeah. I feel like I thrive in like more like slow living pace. Like I don't know, I really like looking forward to something like a week in advance and like anticipating it coming instead of like not even be able to think about that because I have a million other things going on. Like I've heard people say like they don't have time to like look forward to the next thing because it's already here and gone or something. And I feel like I like to have that time where I have downtime and then I can plan and prepare myself for like the upcoming busyness because I mean I've become more like introverted as we've been married.
I feel like me too.
But I don't know. I'm extroverted with my friends and I don't know. I'm introverted in like big settings. Like I'm more observant and just kind of chill with myself.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still like the busyness and the fun activities and stuff. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, I thrive, just with our routine at home.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing like what to expect and stuff. So all our events are on my schedule and my whiteboard schedule in the kitchen. So,
yep.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't really make it on there, we talk about it, and not always will we go and do it, attend it, whatever. It's more of like we can do spontaneous, but we don't really like that a whole lot, which yeah. I think, going off of what you said, I feel like I definitely have become a little bit more introverted. Maybe not as much to like outsiders, but I definitely feel like I just want to stay in, read a book, hang out with you instead of like go out and be crazy until like 10 p.m.
Well, yeah, I don't think you're like a stay out late person, but I think Joel's very extroverted.
Well, I can be. And that's
no. This guy has no shame. He'll approach anybody. He'll do anything.
That's true.
We went to the park and he's like scaling the side of the jungle gym and doing crazy things. He had these like grandparents like looking like, what is this guy doing? And probably a bad influence to all the children there.
Most definitely.
But yeah, no shame. And I really admire that and look up to it. But I'm like, I could never be me. I'm glad I'm married to you because I don't have that quality. But maybe like, yeah, the introvert versus extrovert is like where you get like energy from.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes being around people will be like, okay, like when is this over? Not like I don't enjoy the people's company or something, but like I couldn't, it just depends. Like,
right. Well, and if you're a person that really thrives on like being spontaneous and you do get energy from that, it's just important to remember where your priorities are. Like, if you're in a relationship, is that other person feeling poured into? Are they feeling like they have your attention on some days? Because I know it can get like crazy if you just bounce around from one thing after another thing. And, if you're doing this on the weekend and I'm doing that, then we constantly miss each other. And it's like, well, where's my time with you? Like, I want to sit down and read a book or ask you how your week has been. Like, as simple as that sounds, even we forget to do that. It'll be like 2 days and I'll be like, oh yeah, you did hang out with that person. How did that go? And you're like, oh yeah, like yeah, I never told you. And so it's just taking an interest in that other person as well from a marriage standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the other person feel seen, which is important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like something else we were talking about was like how Satan uses busyness to distract you.
Yeah, he does.
And I mean, I feel like such an attack on our like rest and just being able to like sit and pray and think about God and your life and whatever. But he tries to keep our mind full of stuff and our schedule full of stuff so that we don't have that time to rest and spend it with God. Yeah. And I feel like that's something like, I don't know, maybe like as a, like I appreciate the slowness of life, so I feel like that's something that I like to do more. Like it doesn't take much fighting for me to like get that time. Like I don't have to fight for that time. I mean, I probably will as I have more children, but right now, like, during our daughter's nap time, I'll sit outside and just be like, oh, like time to just be in my thoughts and in prayer, and it rests your mind, and that's how I charge up for the busy nights we have or the weekends. Yeah.
We tried to keep like our nights after we put our daughter down to bed. We try and keep that for each other, so free for the most part. When we sit down, we read our book that we're going through, or our book study book that we're going through, or sit and talk, or do a puzzle, and it just kind of is a time where we decompress together. Usually, we don't have our phones because that's like another thing we want to wind down.
Could get better at that.
That's very true. We could definitely get better at that. But I've grown to enjoy that part of our nights is we just get to sit on the couch and talk or cuddle, whatever.
Get away from me.
Hey, man. I like that.
Yeah, it's a really important time. I feel like that's one of our little, like, traditions, I guess you can call it that. Like, Maylee goes to bed at 8, and then it's you and me, and it's not like we have stuff planned after that time, I mean, we come home from all of our stuff for her to go to bed, and we're not going to leave again, so that'd be bad. But, yeah, I like the slow nights, and I'd like to get better at, like, putting our phones away, like, plugging them in and just being present with each other, because that's like the most like undivided time that we get together, undivided attention. So yeah.
Did you know that rest is biblical?
Yeah. The Sabbath.
God rested on the 7th day after He created all of Earth. Creation, I should say, not Earth. Everything. Which is.
Are you good at resting?
I was just gonna say it's kind of hard for me because even today is a Sunday that we're recording this, and I even turned to Clarice and I said, on our rest days, we like to put up drywall in the basement, right? Which kind of like a hoping, longfulness in my voice of like, can I go work downstairs? Because that is restful for me, but that, like from an outsider's perspective, like that's not restful. And it really isn't.
He did insurance work today. He mowed the yard and he did work in the basement.
I did. That's my rest.
Yeah. I mean, something's got to keep done, I got to do the dishes and stuff. I can't just say, it's my Sabbath.
Put your feet up. But it is important, and I think I need to get better at this because I'm such a busybody, that we need to have, I know, crazy as it is, right? I feel like I need to set some time aside that I can sit and think about, well, what am I doing in my life? And how does God fit in? And, spending time in God's Word and in prayer and meditating on the thoughts of God. And I feel like I definitely need to get better at that because I could definitely grow. Definitely, in case you didn't get that.
I got it. This is being recorded too. I'm gonna pull this up. Look, Joel. Yeah. You wanna rest more?
Yeah, but not like sit and relax. Like it's gotta be like productive rest.
Sleep. He can grow while he does that.
I can grow while I sleep. That's right.
So I feel like we've kind of gotten into the how to find balance a little bit. I mean,
no, the why. We've gotten into the why.
Well, we were talking about how we spend time together at night. That's restful.
That's true.
But we didn't really say how to do it. Put your kids to bed and hang out.
Oh, all right, write it down, folks.
But that one's never been thought of before.
Take a breather after put your kids down, and make sure you find your husband and
your wife
and my wife. That's right.
I feel like that's our first one is like we keep our nights after baby's bedtime. Then that's always a time that we have together, unless it's like your frisbee sports nights, because then you'll get home at like at 9 later, or something, and then you still got to eat something, and then it's like okay, I guess we'll stay up a little later than we normally do so that we can hang out a little bit.
This is also usually the night before our book study, and also the night that we go, oh shoot, we haven't read the chapter for tomorrow. And so then
one night we stayed up and we were just reading it. I don't even think I wasn't very tired. I don't know.
No, I wasn't very tired.
He was reading, and usually he yawns like every paragraph.
I do.
And so, but this time I feel like you were sailing through, and then we get done. I'm like, okay, that felt a little long, Like maybe we'll skip asking the questions at the end. And he checks the time, and it was like 11, right?
Oh yeah. That's like an hour past our bedtime.
I was like, you work at 5 in the morning, or you gotta get up at like 5:15 or something.
Yeah.
And so we're like, not again. It's getting to that day again, and we gotta read it.
I know we do.
It's gonna happen again tomorrow.
And it will happen again tomorrow.
Oh, pray for us. No. It's restful, It
is. I mean, I do find that I connect more with you. We get to laugh and read and joke and learn and share memories. Find some time with your spouse or significant other to, grow in them and learn. And
books are really helpful.
Books are helpful.
We like to read together, so, we'll sit next to each other on the couch, and I'll read, then he'll read, and I'll read, and, like, out loud and stuff. And I don't know, I really like it, and I like, hearing you read to me and me reading to you. It feels like, we're talking to each other. And
we're reading an awesome book called Cherish by
Gary Thomas.
It's an awesome book. And actually,
maybe he'll see this.
He probably won't. But it talks about like prioritizing each other, and like being involved in each other's life, which is I think it's really timely that we're recording this, because it's really important to be involved in your spouse's life. Not just like neglect them and just say, oh, they have their own hobbies and I have my own. Like they just go and do that. It's bring them along with it, like supports and creates unity within your marriage. And
that's a good way to put it.
Just like the book says, you begin to cherish the other person. You begin to really like love what they do and what they find joy in. Yeah. Go read it. We'll have it up on our website, growingasafamily.com. Should be there. And if it's not, message us. I'll get it up there.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of what we're busy doing is like we're busy doing it together. So it's, I don't know, that makes it
better.
Yeah, I don't know what the word is, but it like fills up my cup, and like we're in a Bible study together, and everything's just better when you do it together, at least in my mind. Like even like grocery shopping, and it's, I mean, that's why the Bible says 2 are better than 1.
That's
you
right,
know,
right.
like
I can carry the groceries, you can push the cart.
Yes, especially having a baby. I'm like, everything is like a step or 10 steps more. Like I gotta get her and carry her and get all these groceries. I'm like, oh, it's just so much better when you come along. So strong, carry all those groceries.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I'm here for.
But like I'll go to his frisbee practice nights occasionally if it's not too hot or rainy
or cold or smoky or
that Wisconsin weather.
I know.
But yeah, and yeah,
Yeah. We like to find joy in what the other person finds joy in. I don't like. I'm not very good at cooking, and I don't like love it a whole ton, but I love it because I get to do it with her, and I get to help her and open cans or chop something or hopefully
stir that, Joel.
hopefully
It's burning.
make something not burn.
He grills. He grilled
grill.
steak tonight. It was so good.
I do enjoy grilling.
I feel like I said we had steak another night. It is not all we eat.
We love steak though.
I need to start mentioning other foods.
Yes, other foods. But hey, what's not to love about steak?
We're on that red meat diet.
Not entirely.
Carnivore diet. But yeah, and this summer we also like built our garden together, and we've done our laundry room renovation a bit together. There's not much I can do till the decorating part, but
and the paint color. You can pick the paint color.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. But
we hang out with friends together for the most part. You hang out with your mom's squad, but otherwise it's, we do it on the weekends or on the nights we're free. And then we get to share the same memories instead of her just kind of sitting down when you gotta hear this, you gotta hear what she said or what he said. And it's like, I was there, and so we get to share in the memory and like laugh together. It's like a small difference, but it just makes it more unified between you and your spouse.
Yeah. I'd say like a big thing of like how to find that balance is like, make a list even of like everything that you're involved in, like set things, and then decide like, if you're feeling that lack of unity or like a bit like roommates are like, oh my, I'm so stressed out. Like it's important to like look at all you're doing and maybe pick the things that you still want to do and see like maybe something could go or something can shift, or maybe you can pick up something later, and maybe it's not the time and place or the year for something. And I mean, Joel always says like if frisbee becomes like a hindrance more than like a fun thing in his life, then he'd be willing to like change it or give it up for a summer. And I mean, that provides me with like relief, knowing that like if I'm feeling neglected, then you're not just gonna be like, suck it up. You're gonna be there to like support me, because this is our main priority, is our God and our family. So I feel like you can look at that and be like, how do I find margin in my life? I need a little bit of time that doesn't have anything set in stone that's happening, because it's nice to have that downtime. I mean, moms always feel like they have a million things to do, and those nap times are like, like a little bit of time to breathe. So everyone needs that. So figure out where you can say no and where you can say yes, and maybe try and do more things involved in each other's lives.
Yeah. And don't let things get too much of a priority that aren't a priority, if you know what I mean. Like if you got to keep your main things the main things, like God, your family, spending time together, your children, and then comes like activities or like helping someone. And so like,
they're not the main thing. They don't have lasting effects after you die. It's they're enjoyable and they can give you life and more energy. And like, I'm glad that you go play frisbee because it gets all your golden retriever energy out. And I'm like, good. Like he comes home and I'm like, good. He's sweaty and I know that he ran. He's gonna sleep good and possibly be a better man. Can't keep you pent up. He will. But yeah. So like it serves me too. Like giving each other that rest and that outlet like can really pay you dividends. And so you can't just be like, hey, you're done. I just want nothing to do, and maybe I've said that.
No, not really.
Convicting myself. It sounds like something I would say. But I'm learning to see that as a blessing instead of just like I'm alone,
Right.
But Yeah.
And like you just said too, like if like family's more important to me than going out and having fun. And so if it ever gets in the way of family, then I need to make some sort of shift because that's not my priorities and that's not right. So
yeah,
being conscious of where you're at, and you can only figure that out when you sit down with your spouse and have some time and talk with them and say, hey, how are we doing? Where are we at? What are you feeling? And it can be hard during the summers because we have a lot going on, but making some time and talking about it. Okay, how are we going to take this upcoming month? It's jam packed full. We got to go all the way out to Oklahoma, and then we're back for a wedding. Like, how are we going to deal with this? And making kind of like a game plan, and it can be super helpful.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
Remember your priorities. I got that written down here. So
yeah, gotta read that word for me.
I'm not really well versed in this, but someone once told me it's like know what your giant five is, and it's like your five priorities, and make your own five of like what's most important to you, and to remember the tiers of them. That you don't get four mixed up with five, and that you don't start putting fun at number one. Like make sure your family and God and your marriage and stuff is all up in the top three. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some people, like, their balance, like, it's all different. Like, it's, what's the word, subject to you? Like, yeah, you make it up yourself. So you gotta evaluate your own life. Like, some people think it's, like, going on, like, a date night every week or once a month is, like, enough sustenance for them. And then they can do stuff separately or together and just, rock back and forth in that schedule. But yeah, if you appreciate like the slow down life, then you will probably do what we do and keep.
There's no perfect how-to video of living the best life. Nobody's got it perfect, and everyone is different, and every relationship is different in its dynamic. For us, it works that we find a couple days and slow down and take some time for each other. And I would highly recommend it because it is awesome. I get to know Clarice a lot better. I get to spend time with her. I get to further know what she's learning about, our daughter and, the Lord and what she's reading. So I highly encourage that.
Yeah. I feel like you don't want to get to the end of the summer and be like, oh, okay, like back to you, like, or who is this person this winter, like you want to sustain your marriage.
Yeah. And
you don't whatever changes you have to make.
You don't want to be drifting apart too. So if like you're feeling, oh, well, eventually I'll get close to them. Like, oh, eventually this winter I'll get, probably something needs to change. Like you probably need to update your spouse on how you feel, and maybe you're being overwhelmed with the kids every day, and then the weekend comes and then it's like, oh, well, I don't really get a rest like I was hoping. Can we change something so I can get a little bit of a rest? So
yeah, I feel like that
Yeah.
mainly covers it.
That was our busy summer.
That's how we find balance.
That's how we find balance.
In a busy summer. Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening to our podcast, and check out Clarice's new blog on our website. She's been uploading, and might I say, they are very well written.
It's called Growing as a Homemaker.
Ooh, I like the name. It's pretty catchy.
Yeah.
So if you want to grow as a homemaker, there you go. Check out the blog. It's on our website at growingasafamily.com. You can also see what books we're reading and listen to our podcast right there. So, and now you can see her blogs. So thanks again for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.